Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? So, Belkun has gone in this week. Why is Rasengan better than that? And it's interesting to me because not only did we see this playing out, probably with some crazy stuff popping off, but to think that this ended quick in a hurry like this was actually kind of genius on their part because not only did they, raise Bell's powers to level 3 adventurer status, or maybe not so much past it. I guess he is past it because the only reason why he gets touched in this week's episode is because of a girl who had a lot of good predictions, and I really want to know her backstory now that she jumped into this fight, grabbing onto Bell, and practically was willing to sacrifice herself to get this W. So she seems like she has some of the most interesting plot to tell us. Like, why is she going so far for people who physically abuse her? Like, these people literally didn't believe in anything she said. After not believing in anything she said, she then was right. And after being right, she still tries to help out, even though they all turned her down and treated her like crap. So, this is a true member that we would love to have on our team because if she gets treated nicely, everything she says would be looked at as gold to our people. But I don't know if that's going to actually happen or if they're going to, ever get to that. Um, but yeah, we'll probably see her maybe in the future not getting treated like crap or vice versa, treated like more crap, and maybe we'll get to see what we can do to help her out in the future. I'm not sure though, but what I was saying about her is she is the one who gave us all the information we needed to know that Belle was practically already going to win from not only the beginning of the first time we see her, well, actually the second time we see her, and no, it was the first time. Wait, second, sorry. This first time we see her, she's helping out with the raid or something, right? And then the second time we actually see her is when they're handing off the envelope to Belle and saying sorry and stuff. But she knew that Belle was a bad person to be messing with. Not only that, she also knew the fact that, whatever comes afterwards, it's not going to be good for them. Like the outcome's not going to be good. The bunny could jump over the moon pretty much, and after after all that was said and done, they get into the actual war and they pretty much, get all of this information from her and look past it, look at it like they're dumb for even giving, she's dumb for even giving them this type of information and stuff, to then lead them into losing the way that she practically told them. Like the war game could have gone on for 3 days, and this squad of people ended it within the hour, like within a couple of hours, because they already had planned an actual siege on this place, regardless of what happened to their commander, who was going to be the one to run up into the commander's, room or like his area he's chilling in and going to face him. We could kind of get an understanding of why some people see that as crazy and see that as like, why the heck would you do that when they're watching it, spectator sides. But then we go into Ain's area, the family of Loki, and the guy who's the wolf already knows, like why he's going there, how strong Bella's probably become just by looking at the different demeanor he has, including going against someone who he got absolutely slapped on and now he's showing back up to the same fight to fight the same guy who slapped him, but he looks almost eager, almost like he is a different person entirely. So that's only to be said if they actually, if they actually, whatchamacallit him. Sorry, I have to send out a message and talk at the same time. I apologize. It's only going to be interesting to see what he thinks about the overall fight. Because after seeing the fight, he straight up leaves, right? He leaves and he's like, I'm gonna go to a dungeon, or I'm just gonna leave and it's none of your guys' business. But he could be going to, meet up with Bell and stuff. But he clearly didn't, because the next day shows up and Hestia owns the mansion and stuff like that. So the opener song kind of gave us a big spoiler as to Bell not being in his old place anymore, like all of a sudden he's in a big place with multiple people that don't usually, show up all the time in the show in the grand scheme of Hestia's presence. And we get all that, and we can't even really stop it. We just kind of have to accept the song if you didn't know. And then, yeah, someone gave me a good warning on Black Clover coming up that it might have a new opening song, and it probably will have some spoilers in it. So I'm gonna probably stay away from that, seeing how this gave some spoilers that I would have rather not know. So that being said, I'm looking forward to what Danmachi actually drops throughout the rest of it now, because not only was Bell's battle epic and kind of lackluster at the same time, like it was an epic lackluster battle, and I only say that with like the most praise I can, because you got to remember that this guy was a level 3 and he was absolutely clapping Bell. Like there was no competition in between them, and the ability that he has to grow and become stronger much quicker than a lot of people have ever seen is a great way of saying, yeah, that's what he did, that's how he did it. But the only thing that I said was lackluster was the fact of how it all ended. Having him just throw one punch after, what I called out, I was like, well, Ainz literally just taught him either A, what his opponent's going to do, and he's going to have to literally counteract it by not doing what he was doing against Ainz, which was, doing an obvious prediction of like his ending move. Oh my god, that was sick. And if you do that, like if you do your ending move, and it's so telegraphed, you're going to get cut down. You're going to lose. And because of that, it turned into this weird notion of, you know, Bell. It made sense why he punched him, right? Because he takes on the girl that was giving out all these demands and stuff. She's literally, I don't know why she's still helping these guys after the explosion that Belle does underneath, and she's still around. She still wants to help the family win this battle. That's how dedicated she is, or how badly she's been beaten into this family to not be able to go against it, to not be able to go against the grain. You know what I mean? Like, there's some people that are literally broken into what they are, and that's what it seems like with her, by her getting popped up by all the people and still being the first one to jump in to help those same people. And he was going to throw the attack that was going to hurt her and Belle at the same time. So it's like it didn't really matter to them that she was in the way, because now that she is in the way, they could use her for an attack to actually make it land. So that was the only way Bell really took damage. And then after taking damage, the guy pretty much does the most telegraphed attack ever. And then Ainz's voiceover kicks in and says, "There's your opening, my guy. Bust him good." And that was the kind of lackluster part, was she literally, gave us the answer to the one way to win the whole entire fight, So that was kind of lame, but at the same time, it's just how the storytelling is going, right? Like now we're going to see if he uses that same thing again against a monster that might have more human like human thoughts and stuff like that. Who knows? But overall, guys, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening. I have so much content to make that I am losing my mind sitting here knowing that I got to make more and watch more. And here I am still talking about Danmachi. But yeah, we got Belle at a mansion. We got a new family member with the samurai girl. And I don't think the elf girl has joined up, but what we learned from her fighting another elf is that the magic swords are something that help burn down the elf's like kingdom, or like help portray, the elves in general and put them on a lower pedestal or something along those lines. So a little bit of information about her, which is always cool because I like her character and she's super OP. So I would love to see where all this ends up going with every character, not just Belle, because I mean, that's cool and all, but that's why these shows are good, is because there's a lot of characters I care about that I would love to know more about, and that's entertaining for me. So I hope you guys have an amazing one. I will be dropping Fire Force next, and I definitely will talk to you after that. So with that being said, get ready for a lot of anime, and I hope you have an amazing one. So for that, peace.